Go live for a little while. Lunch break and all. Hello guys, how you doing? Lunch break. I'll probably just live about half an hour roughly for lunch. And then later on tonight go an hour and a half roughly. How you guys doing? How's your afternoon? How's everything? Meanwhile, I got my vinyl in. So 25 feet of white. Cause I'm messing with shirts wise instead of wise. The Codependent I learned so far, if you use white as the base, the background, and you use any color, you can make it stand out no matter what color it is. So that's cool. Then I'm gonna mess with like glow in the dark ones and then the holographic ones and all that great jazz. And then pretty soon get a sublimation picture so I can start doing the pretty pictures, add all the good stuff that I want to it. So now they're about buying people stuff. I could just make my own, which I should have done a long time ago. Which I imagine that for the most part, a lot of people do that because it's not hard, it's just tedious because the weeding wise and the finesse wise, your ideas, quote unquote. As an individual, all my stuff that I make my hoodies, lids, all that, be my personal sayings, my tattoos, all that great jazz. So yeah, that's a fun. I gotta order more rolls. They get different colors and all that good stuff. So here at work wise, so today's going pretty smooth. It's gonna be a nice hot day wise. And with that said, I remember off the back, right now I'm just live on Bigo and Twitch wise, but on the evening wise, I go live about 6-7 platforms. I say all the time, if you plan to go live, especially you speak, positive talk, whatever you talk about, don't rely on one platform at all. This is not, you don't own them, these aren't your servers, and let's say scenario you can save your lives, do backups, like right now I'm doing my Twitch wise. So I'm saving all my backups, some of my current stuff, and then eventually when I catch up about my podcast and YouTube channel, it was supposed to be in order, but it's not, so I'll just put dates. So you can see current events, live pod setup wise, and then 3 years old ones that haven't updated at all, or haven't uploaded because I'm one person that does a lot of one-on-ones, free therapy, all that great jazz. So, and with that said, to everybody, I'm always in your pocket. If you use the phone correctly, we're talking and vibing. I love talking to the universe every which way. It just sucks that a lot of people are destroying relations, especially the girls, the women, and the single mothers. Single father, 8 kids, co-parenting best out, so I could speak about all the whole emotional stuff, what you're getting into. If you don't have no kids, in the loving, respectful manner, you're blessed. Kids are a blessing, also a lesson, because the intent is to be a family, long-term relationship. Like the movies or flicks, is it happening? Fuck no, far from the situation. Far from the situation. Look at my situation. First baby mom, Latina, 12 years. Hella narcissistic-wise, but I know why she's narcissistic to the fullest, because which I learned from her, as an individual, I want her, in Spanish, I say de la calle, which I used to call her that. She used to get mad. I'm like, I don't care because you're a person from the block, to go to the hood. So now I learned from you. I want everybody to grow up from the block. Not all of them are bad. A lot of them are bad. They're narcissists like crazy because they just know toxic love. So with that said, analogy, like I said, you can leave the hood, but the hood leave you. As an individual, I will be any girls from the ghetto hoods, friend associate, do bullshit, crack jokes, teach them everything about life, but no potential by my sideways because I can't fix it or save them. That is their own journey, and they have a long journey to go because all they're used to is toxic love, being verbally, physically abused, grow up, call bitches, all that shit, being cheated on 1,000 times, and just hella drama and bullshit. Like, yeah, not ever that. Observe, hold hands, guide, and that's it. Love, respect, and that's it. But no, not by my side. I can't fix it or save you. And for the most part, none of us can do that for each other. Like religion wise, we're brainwashed, not in a bad way, but that God can do everything. Like, yeah, if that was true, why would we be in a situation for? No, it's our journey. But if you read the Bible, whatever your Bible is, 10 Commandments, Jesus like and show them respect as an individual, then you're blessed as an individual, not your partner, not your kids, not your parent, you. So with that said, if you're doing your part and you have people that are by your side as a partner, and they're not matching energy, taking energy, why do you allow it? That's the shit. I make it sound easy. All the shit I talk in my life said, I make it sound so fucking easy. But remember with that said, I had a support team 2 years ago. Went through a bad breakup. They reached out to me 4 locally. One that I knew personally, one of my boys. And then 3 other ones, they were my customers. One I knew kind of, but I did computer work for her. And then the other three females through IG and Facebook, they're randoms. I don't know who they are. They're just, social media familia. I hashtag my farm for a reason. And for 88 days, I had a support team. They were my counselor therapist, going through the breakup, the trombones, it hurts hella every day, so I go through a lot of shit. And they would tell me, you don't want to hear it, but you got to hear it. I'm like, what's that? Say what you got to say. It's a blessing in disguise. I'm like, what? So, well, yes, dying, crying, it hurts, getting demolished, feel broken every which way. It hurts, but it's a blessing in disguise. You stay strong, don't fold, and go back to her. I promise you 1,000, you will, 100, they say 100, then you'll evolve, you'll do better. But if you go back to her, we'll not be surprised. That happens all the time. You've done it before. So if you keep breaking up, what do you think is going to happen again? Breakup. So at least you're 7 years in with this one. Your second baby mom's not 12 years like the first one. And remember this, in time when, you take time to work on yourself, and, you and I cannot give and buy back what? Love, time, and emotions. So when you comprehend that, why are you wasting the wrong people, in your environment, especially by your side? That's the shit. You don't need no one in the universe but yourself. What? The person in the mirror is the only person you need. You want people if they want you. You want people to match your energy, not take your energy. And once again, if they're taking energy, why do you allow it? Because that's my parents, that's my kids, that's my partner, right? But if they're taking it, why do you allow it? Why don't you verbalize your boundaries? Learn how to say no. If you keep passing boundaries, I'm going to squash the situation or push you away. And you can say, well, you guys have to manipulate. Well, you're being mean. Like, no, you're being mean by being mean to yourself, wise. I'm not doing wrong to you, wise. You keep passing boundaries, and that's it. So push you away, let's show love from a distance, and go on your day. Because remember, this is your life. It's not nobody else's. It's not your kids, not your parents. Your parents gave you life, yes, or whoever your caregiver situation after that raised you, right? Different scenarios. But with that said, you're an adult now. It's your life. You don't live with your parents, right? You do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your choice. So with that said, stop being too empathetic and sympathetic and people pleasing. Show them respect if they show their respect. The whole corny bullshit is like, you gotta show, love respect to your elders. Like, right, if they're showing their respect, but if they're not matching, they're taking, I don't care how old you are, you want to talk shit, I'll talk more shit than you will. And I'll get your feelings, and each time, they're older than me, they'll be like, oh, we gotta respect me. I got to? Who said that? What bullshit rule is that saying? No. How the hell you're 60 years old scenario when you're talking shit to me? And I'm supposed to show you love respect. So that lets me know at 60 years old, you're miserable as hell. How? Shouldn't you be happy a little bit? Why am I more happy than you are? You're supposed to be my elder, and I'm supposed to respect you. Make that shit make sense, So with that said, so to everybody, this is your life, it's not nobody else's. Every day broke down, do your routine. Go to work, go to school, whatever situation is wise, and then try to keep it humble, keep it respectful for everyone. But with that said, you can only speak on your behalf. You can't speak on your coworkers, your classmates, your parents, your partner, nobody's. But what I tell you, as an analogy wise, try to make everything positive on your side. So that's the analogy, that's your heaven on earth. Whatever makes you happy, you see your teachers, you see your coworkers, you see your bosses, person at Starbucks, you all bullshit with, hey, yo, that's your heaven on earth. Because good conversations, cracking jokes, have fun, right? Love, respect, you blessed. Anything that's negative, analogy, that's your hell on earth. What do you mean? You have a toxic partner, you wake up to a toxic partner in a toxic relationship, hell on earth. We deal with traffic, and you let that shit get to you because as it is, you're already aggravated because you just left home, bumping heads with your partner, now you're in traffic, not trigger more analogy for yourself, hell on earth, And the intent not to focus on the negativity too much wise. If you sit on Lucifer's side, hell on earth too much, then that's when people, like, this world's fucked. Like, yeah, there's not all of it. There's parts of it that's pretty bad, but there's reason behind it. It's deeper than just war going on, gangs and bullshit. It's way deeper than that, if in the spiritual world. So with that said, everyone in the universe is going through shit in life, but don't focus on everybody. Stop giving your energy to the whole world. Like, as an individual, you watch the news, why the fuck am I watch the news for? There's no point in that. Man-made bullshit. Anything happen negative, pray for them, and that's it. I go on my day. I might be, hey, someone got killed and sit there like, yeah, it sucks what happened, I pray for them, that's it. Pray for the family, but I go on my day. It's deeper than someone just passed. If you was to investigate really good, like, why it happened, why did it happen? Everything, there's a reason in everything. Whether that's like right now, the insurance company just called me after like almost 2 weeks. Or is it 2 weeks already? Probably 2 weeks already was. And they're waiting for a police report, all the good shit, and it's just like so much BS when you deal with insurance. Like in the commercials, be like, well, the insurance is here for, car insurance is here for you. Why? It's bullshit. It's a whole fucking process. I haven't gotten an accident for almost like 20 years, And they're like, well, do you know if the person, check it out, anything with the vehicle that hit us, I can't even tell you what color it is. I can tell you I said hands on the stereo and that's it. They were not trying to bounce, move out of the way. They just straight up hit me, said it was. So, and they're like, well, they said it was a head-on collision. It was not a head-on collision. It was almost a head-on. So I told you, see that word? Almost head-on collision. I swerved out of the way to miss them. We bounced off each other. If it was head-on collision, I would not just have, beat up body and swollen ankles. I would have had broken fucking legs more likely, and more than that. you know? So I wasn't trying to get hit. And I told him I sound crazy when I say this, but yo, I told Lucifer, it ain't my time, baby boy. You're just mad because I'm saying too much. And do I care? No, it's not my time. I still got to tell the same story for many years to be. In my head, I'm going for 100 plus, 18 at heart, but I'm 42 on the outside. I'll tell the same story every day above ground when I do my one-on-ones with who? Girls, women, and single mothers. Boys, these are my narcissist traits. Shut up my empathy, sympathy. Fuck them and their feelings. I don't care. I don't give a shit about their sob stories. I don't. Men, they're actually working on themselves, trying to do better, do self-accountability, figure out why they're to shit. Yo, I talk to some of them, but it's only very little. On all my platforms, 98% of my followers are females. 2% are males. So that lets you know a lot of boys out there fucking up big time. And that's when the men will be like, women are the issue. Like, nah, I know 1,000. Fuck all your studies, all this statistical bullshit. No, women ain't the problem. Yes, you have some narcissistic ones, but it's so obvious to see. So obvious to see. Anyways, like I said all the time, which I'm going to make a shirt. It's going to say, women offer what? Love, lust, communication, comprehension. And when she's with you, it's 1,000. 1,000. All she sees is you. She has common sense. Yeah, he's beautiful. She's beautiful on point. But it's, and you acknowledge the beauty around you, and that's it. But you will not let lust fold. You will not fall to lust at all, because you already know what you're blessed by your side. Men, aka boys, what do we offer? Toxic love, lust, drama, trauma bonds, and trauma. Communication, no comprehension. Our fucking eyes wander. Our eyes wander too much. And with that said, ladies, be very observant. That's how I tell my life. Yo, you gotta be observant. What else, Stormy? How you doing? How's it going? If you're not observant, yo, I could destroy you. Right now I'm uploading, this little Bigo Twitch live, etc. session on all my platforms, and that's what I say. Like, what do you mean? Study me. Like, first and foremost, judge me. You have the right to judge me every which way. No, God can judge bullshit. He gave us free will. Everyone judges. On these platforms, you get my live, you see my, brown person tattoos, that make the comments of trolls, and which it hurt my feelings, or anyone. How many times, how many years you do in jail? What do you claim? What you say? I'm like, well, I look like 10 kilos. Yes, brown person with tattoos. You have the right to judge me. Gangbang, my future drug dealer. But what do I talk about? How do I care myself? What's my platforms about? Thanks to but with that said, like, I go, but now here's the kicker. Now read me, because judging me is communication. You're looking, you're observing what you're watching. That's communication. Now, do you comprehend the person in front of you? Do you comprehend the scenario, environment, etc.? It's deeper than communication. It's got comprehension. That's like relationships. Why do you think fucking men and women are quote unquote war with each other? Because women do communication comprehension, men do communication no comprehension. Well, welcome to fucking war and competition with each other. And that's the shit. So with that said, and that's why I say what I say to the fullest, to my last dying breath. Love me therapy. Do I regret it? Oh no, because these are petty ass words, but when you see what they are, especially the boys, they get in the feelings. Especially the cell phone, the boys get in the feelings. Because I live in Seattle when the guys would be like, because why would you put a cell phone in your hand? I'm like, well, if you use the phone correctly, you're doing good. No passing boundaries, then, like what I'm doing. I go live, my one-on-ones, no passing boundaries, left to the females to talk to, set-wise. It's networking, love and respect. You're using the phone correctly. Whatever you have a question for, Google, YouTube, you find the answers, right? That's correctly. Or you do this for, to do your sneaker links. Like, what do you mean? And they'll be there with their wives, their girlfriends, whatever situation, their, sisters, whomever it is, right? And I'll be like, well, simple scenario. For the most part, women are empathetic, communication, comprehension. They love and lust the only person they're with, wise, right? All they see is I. Us, for the most part, we're narcissistic wise, and we fall to lust easily wise. So with that said, if I'm out altercation with my girl, right, I go on social media, any of these platforms, make a post. I have DMs in my, female in my DMs, or I can reach out to any female I want to. Anyone shows me attention, we start talking. I'll bitch about everything my partner's doing. She's not doing. And from there wise, it can evolve to emotionally cheating wise, because, the girl can start catching feelings, feeling sorry for me, what's called what, empathy and sympathy wise. And she'll believe my story because she don't heard my story. She hasn't heard my girlfriend's story, right? And from there wise, the emotional cheating, once again, sex, the emotion, all the good shit, and then it's building to the physical cheating. So that's what it says. It starts with the phone, social media, the third party. Jada Will Smith, you go A in relationship, A Will. How to have it? No, A is Jada, B is Will Smith. In a relationship, A and B, and that's it. C through Z, if you're at the C through Z party in a relationship, you're just giving advice. That's positive, love and respect. But if you're doing the entanglement bullshit, you're prepping up, passing boundaries because you're catching feelings because you can't control your sympathy, empathy for the individual, and you feel sorry for them, then guess what? The entanglement's about to happen. Why? It's premeditated. It's premeditated. I'm going to get tied above. It says choice because it's a premeditated choice. I already know they're involved in a relationship. Then you can be like, oh, well, that's my baby moms. Your baby moms or your baby father, you still live with each other. Don't get involved in that bullshit. Or they're going to divorce. Wait till they're fully divorced and don't live with each other. Oh, but well, now, it's your choice. Your choice. Go get involved with that. I pray for you and that's it. Yeah, they say, I have a title I'm here. The way you meet somebody is the way you lose somebody. So why would I get involved with a female that she's still in a relationship? It's toxic, yes. She told me the whole story, and I do feel sorry for her. But I comprehend that she's still involved in the situation. I can't fix her or save her. I can make her feel good, support her, which is what? Heal, guide, support, uplift, for one. Show my love to each other. But I can't fix her or save her. I can physically save her from the relationship, move her out. She can move with me wise, but the spiritual, emotional, mental part, she's got to forgive, not forget, and let go of her ex-wives. If she doesn't let go of her ex-wives and she goes body hopping, I take her in, accept all the good shit. Guess what's going to happen? She still has feelings for her ex. She's going to miss her ex, potentially go back to the ex, or on the rebound. Should be good for a little while until, what? I can't do this because I'm used to toxic love, being verbally, physically abused, mistreated, etc. We're on the cell phone. Now I'm with a good person that actually gives me love and respect. TLC is cool. We fight to the fullest, but to me, this is boring. Like, it feels different. Like, yeah, because you used to toxic love. If your fucking relationships are garbage, and that's how you've been dating is garbage, and guess what? I want a relationship. I want love. Like, you want to, but are you ready for it? That's the shit. Because if you're not ready for it, hurt people. I didn't mean to hurt you. Yeah, you didn't mean to hurt me, but you told me you was ready. I'm ready. You're not. That's why I tell people you gotta talk in the beginning about everything. I keep it 1,000. I don't go on dates. It would be a date. My conversation, and I want to see your head. You're matching where you sit up here. If you get triggered by petty words that I say, my tattoos, my conversations, if you still haven't let go of your ex-wives, how what's a recent breakup? I'm asking you everything. I'm interviewing to the fullest because I want to see what I'm getting involved to, and I remind the potential to be. Remember this. I say all the time, I don't need you. I want you. See that door there? I can leave. You can leave whenever you want to for any fucking reason. You get bored? I won't shed a tear. Because once again, I worked on myself. Healing, awakening, woke journey. I'm woke, chill with God, Lucifer, in the universe, in the mountain. Very top. There's no more fucking, I gotta climb the hill. Anxiety, depression on my tattoos. Nah, my mansion, all the doors of pain, I closed every single one of them. I already comprehend the situation. That's why 95% of users are codependent, because I need people. You don't need people. You want people if they want you. So with that said, you don't own nobody. They could do whatever they want with whomever they want. That's their choice. The intent that you don't have a partner that's body hopping, passing boundaries, right? But when you observe that as a partner, they're emotionally cheating, being flirtatious and bullshit, and you see that red flag, you don't say shit, then that's your fault. Dead ass. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to hurt their feelings. They hurt your feelings, and you don't want to verbalize, why do you keep passing boundaries? If you keep passing boundaries, gawking all these women, all these men, whatever you're into wise, then I'm just gonna squash the situation. Always not like that. And don't fucking fall for the bullshit. Yes, I'm a little bit of bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. But if it happens once, twice, one time is way too many, man. Dead ass. Take your time. If not, you'll be in a situation for a long time. What else? Tell me how you doing, man. How's it going?
Just going. Just hanging in there. How you doing?
Oh, blessed. Just here at work, just gotta do some little. Well, my lunch break wise right now, but gotta do some paperwork wise. And right now I'm doing my uploads on platforms. I just did like a 11-part series, quote unquote, on these lives. So it's a lot of editing. It's only 11 minutes, but when you're actually doing like subtitles, my situation, my flaw, which I'm trying to learn how to slow down, I have accent, speak fast, slur, and then I mumble because I'm very, very exhausted because I do so many at once, free therapy, all that good stuff. So, editing myself is very tedious as hell. I'm doing better, a lot better than before, but it's a lot, because when you speak normal, when you speak normal wise. I'm sorry?
I said I seen you on here spitting some knowledge, like talking knowledge and stuff.
Thank you. That's I've been doing this for 3 years. On Bigo Squad, I've already been out here like 6-7 months. Cause on TT wise, that was my main one. But I get report like this. The TT and Likey Squad, y'all show them more. At all the platforms I'm on, y'all show them more love and respect. Especially on Bigo, you actually interact, etc. Ask questions, comment, etc. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
On my TT, I'm pretty good numbers, but not, I don't go live with theirs no more because I have like, shit, I should like 5 or 7 people, majority of women, one boy, and getting his feelings when I say, boys, you're losing disciple, you're destroying people. I called you losing disciple. So with that said, I triggered them, and then what happens? They report me for hate speech. That's why I announced on TTY. I ain't pinned it to both my platforms on TTL. I'm not ever gonna do a live on here. There's no point. I go, all you blue pillars, I pray for you. I pray for everyone that's got OFs, mafiosos, drugs, but you bitch about all my tattoos. And I'm telling you the answers. Remember, you don't have to comprehend anything I told you, but I give you crash course to life. But do what you got to do. Pray for them. That's it. I go on my day, So that's why I went as an individual. When I go live, like in the evening tonight, I go out live on 7 platforms at one time. So if anyone gets reported or reports me for hate speech that I'm crazy, then they pull that live, but I still have multiple lives going on. I don't rely on one source. That's people's flaws.
That's right.
Yeah, and then from there, as it gets to the point where all your lives getting reported, right? Because in my situation, it's not the women, girls, women, and single mothers. We talking wife to the fullest. Because I'm a single father, 8 kids. I can elaborate on all parts. It's not like no. When I say this, I chip on like podcasts and people that go like on these platforms and they want to give like parenting advice, but they have no kids. Like you can have these nephews and kids, but like if you're not out there, if they're not with you living your everyday, you can't really give too much advice. So they can give kind of advice, but you're not living it to the fullest. You're not dealing with the whole everything, So I come out here and just talking vibe, man. Just tell a story. Make my little notes. My one-on-ones, all the questions they ask me, I just go in here and, hey, this is what they ask me. I'll elaborate and so on and so on. So, yeah.
Yeah. You was on live too yesterday.
Yeah.
I some knowledge. I said, are you a host?
I actually barely became a host, actually. So thanks to, shout out to, she goes by Fresh on here from Dot Entertainment. So she actually met her like 4 or 5 days ago. She jumped on my live, right? And she's like, hey, you speaking some good stuff. Like, are you a host? I'm like, I go, well, this is my live. It's our live, but you can call me a host. She's like, no, it's a host for Bigo. Like, you can make money off this. Like, what? She's like, you speak some good stuff, man. You should be a host. And
yeah, you can make some money.
Yeah.
With beans and stuff.
Right. She was correct. So I was like, hell, if I can make money off this, like in my head, I'm already like Joe Rogan, famous wise. But I don't, no respect to Joe Rogan. I don't sit on Blue Book Talk. That's his job. They give him a script. This is your interviewing wise, and that's cool. Like, good conversations, but all those conversations with people is not as an individual. It will not make you better. You can get educated about mammy BS, but you're still gonna have anxiety, depression. You're still gonna be a crack alcoholic and toxic relationships, right? But you know about Pluto, you know about science, you know about robots, but none of that benefited you as an individual. You can't even involve in life, So that's why I say what I say. Yeah, that's the type of people like don't focus on blue pill, man. If you're depressed, why are you depressed? You know what? I didn't want to talk about it. Fuck it. Wear the massive smiles. Don't talk about it. Do everything in the universe that makes you happy. But remember this. Tell everybody, all they are band-aids. What? 95% of you are born codependent. You're looking for love in people and man-made bullshit. So you can buy the Gucci and Prada, go, OnlyFans, fucking travel the universe to Dubai, whatever. But you'll feel good for a second. But as soon as you sit down, you calm down, overthinking kicks in. Damn, I miss my ex. I miss my kids. My family's falling apart. Fuck, my depression. Well, keep moving. Don't stop moving. That's why at nighttime it hits you hard. Because you're so exhausted. You can't move. You want to move, but you can't because your body's exhausted. But now your mind doesn't stop, man. It doesn't stop at all. That's why I hear overthinking. It's just going and going.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. You just said something about like missing your kids and stuff. Like people try to. I get what you were saying, and I wanted your input on something.
Go for it.
Last time I came to you about a situation. Do you have time or your lunch break?
No. Yeah, no, you good. No, you good. Go for it.
Okay, I've been very emotional for the last. I'm going to say about going on a year because I just had my daughter last year, December 2022.
Right.
And it's really, I told you I'm dealing with like a severe narcissist.
Right.
And like, I'm taking psychology right now. And I know my psychology teacher has spoke upon narcissistic behavior. And she's very like, people are like, especially with the TikTok, you familiar with TikTok, like they throwing the word around and it's not like,
too freely.
They throwing it around it's not as common as they trying to say it is. She wasn't trying to say it's not as common as, but she's saying basically
not everyone's a narcissist.
One characteristic and throw it to, and they add it to. They calm down, and they basically identify the person as being a narcissist. A narcissist, but it's deeper than that. Like it is.
Serious
disorder.
Correct. It can be.
So, like my weird. I believe he moved in with a woman.
Okay.
I believe that, but they sometimes men are real secretive and they're trying to
Oh yeah, low key. Have the
yeah.
options. Yeah.
And I just noticed the way he's been interacting with my daughters have changed tremendously over the past couple of weeks since he got evicted from his apartment and stuff.
Okay.
And he was trying to stay at my home, but he thought he could disrespect me in my home.
Right.
Coming to my house at odd hours, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not respect.
Correct.
What are you doing that long? You're not doing anything at 3. That's the only legs open out. The legs is open around that time. What are you doing? You don't have no job. So why are you coming to my house at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? And then he was messing around with some women that stay in my area. So yes,
I remember that. Yeah.
My woman intuition kicked in.
Right.
I had a dream that was like not. It was just like not a usual dream that I would usually have.
Right.
And I woke up and I went to go see was the dream I was having, like, was it true? Mm-hmm. And it was.
Oh dang.
It was. He was somewhere that he ain't had no business being. And
right.
I'm just like, I put my foot down, I said, I don't want to deal with this. Like, it's just too much. It's stressing me out. You're already in my house. I can feel like you're here body-wise, but like head-wise, you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be here. Like, I'm not forcing you to be here.
Correct.
And then I could tell how he was interacting with our daughter. Like, he didn't really want to interact with her. Like, come on now, I feel energy. I could tell that
right.
You really don't want to be around her, and you really don't want to be around in my home. So just go. I told him, just leave. So he left. Okay. Yesterday, I haven't seen him in almost 3 weeks. He popped up, and I heard a loud slam in my kitchen because that's where my back parkway is at. Okay. And I go to the back and I said, what's going on? I got scared because I was so exhausted from class that I jumped out of my sleep when I heard the loud noise. I thought somebody was trying to break into my house, and it's him. He did something with my window that it fell inside my home. So I go to the window. I said, what's going on? And he's like, I told you something wrong with your window. Long story short, he got physical with me. He started pulling my hair, and I know he lived with a woman, just basically putting me down, trying to step on my feet. Right. Yeah, well, if you're dealing with another man, he ain't gonna do nothing but hurt you. Exactly. And I'm like, what do me dealing with another man got anything to do with you popping up at my house? You ain't seen your daughter. I texted you a few weeks ago, actually, buy her some diapers. You ignored that message when it's unusual behavior. He don't usually do this type of stuff, like not want to bring her no diapers, or will go like 2 weeks to 7 days without seeing her. Like, he will at least pop up at my house every 3 days, but I don't know. Like, I feel like since he got a new supply,
more likely so.
Some image for her or something, or
maybe potentially
telling her lies, like, oh, she's keeping my daughter away from me.
Right. Oh yeah, they play the victim. Hell yeah.
I don't know, but why? I just want to know, as because you say you familiar with that type of behavior.
Oh yeah, it's right.
Like, from what I just told you, because I'm really trying to sum the story
go for it.
As far as like, why the issue came about, as far as with him not even being able to be at my home, was because, like I said, he was being disrespectful and stuff.
Right.
Coming in late.
40
but, like, why do you have to, like, down talk my love life? Like, why do you have to make me feel like I am not worthy of finding a man that would be good to me? Why do you have to make, basically, that's mental abuse, telling somebody,
that's exactly what it is.
You can't, because he was trying to touch me in an inappropriate way, and I don't look at him like that.
Right. You don't, but he does.
Like, even the days that he was coming over here to spend the night, we wasn't intimate with each other because I know he's sleeping with other women, and I believe he's sleeping with them unprotected. So to protect myself, I just didn't want to see him living on the streets, and because I know he's my child's father, I was like, okay, well, you can stay here for the meantime, but like I said, it was disrespectful in the meantime. It was 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a damn near new day. You could have just stayed wherever the fuck you was at.
Right.
And like I said, it's like when he touched me in a sexual way, like tried to touch my chest.
Yeah.
I said, don't. Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you.
I said, don't touch me. You live with someone. You got something going on with another woman. You just got caught at these other women's house. Don't touch me. Like, and he like, damn, you really hate me? I said, I don't hate nobody, but I don't want you touching touching me in that type of way. You came over here, you say you want to see your daughter, you seeing her. Don't you live, what's up? Don't you live with a woman? No, I don't live with a woman. I got my own place. I said, well, shit, if you got your own place, can I get a mental break? Because you ain't had Winter. That's our daughter's name. You haven't had her in about over close to a month and a half. So if you got your own place, she should be welcome to come over, right? Oh, I don't got no bed or no furniture. I said, well, you can make a pallet on the floor with some covers and stuff. She's still a little girl. She's not going to notice you don't have a bed or anything. So it basically was when I kept like nitpicking with him. I wasn't even nitpicking, just asking him questions because I knew he was lying. Right. I know he stayed with a woman, but he don't want to be honest with me about it. But why when you try to touch me sexually and I don't want to go, like I'm not want to engage in that activity with you? Mm-hmm. Why is you're dealing with a nigga or you're dealing with a man and I hope you know he gonna hurt you. He ain't gonna do right by you. All these men wanted sex, but you they moved in with some woman you probably don't even know like that. And I'm sure you love bombing her and everything. 1,000. So what's the problem? Why you feel like I'm not capable of falling in love or something? Because I did put on weight since we had our daughter. Okay. I've been depressed. I haven't been myself. Like I used to keep myself up, have my hair and stuff did, but it's like emotionally he done teared me down so much. Exactly. Like I just started back going to school last semester because I want to finish my nursing. But it's like I can't even really focus because every other day I get comfortable. It's a week later he'll disappear. He'll be gone. I'm like, good, he gone. He'll pop right back up just to pick with me or knock at my window, bang at my window, send me threats through the window. Like I'm gonna bust your window. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's just like it's torturing somebody, and I don't see why he don't see nothing wrong with it. And it's to the point that, and he made me lose my job. So no, I have not been working. Dang. He came through my window before and busted. I don't even know how he got in because the window was locking. Right. Like I said, he was abusive. He broke my work equipment, which resulted in me losing my job and stuff. But it's like it done got to the point that it's draining me mentally, and I don't want to do something that I will regret, which I have self-control. I would never let myself get that far. Right. But it's only so much somebody can take. Like your mental abuse, I feel like it's worse than physical because
no, it is. It
very is.
No, mentally, it's very well said.
Like I'm waking up out of my sleep thinking about the things he said to me and everything. And it's just like, I just want to know, like, what's your input on it? Like, why do he, like, even though he out here love bombing and getting to know women,
body hopping and shit,
staying with a woman on the DL, why do he gotta make me feel like one day I'm not capable of being loved and stuff?
The reason being because when a person like us men are more narcissistic, but like him, he's not a man, he's a boy. I don't give a shit. He's 60 years old, 1,000 supercars. Boys do that bullshit because the reason they do that, if they can gas and manipulate wise to believe that you're ugly, stupid, no one's gonna want you, you're gonna die alone, and you believe their words, then guess what? You ain't gonna go nowhere. In your head, you'd be like, and then you tell your face, the best you ever do in your life is myself, and that's it. You can't do better than this. Everyone's gonna do you, like I told you, everyone's gonna do you wrong, be mean to you, even though he's been doing that to you, wise, and he wants you to believe that, so you don't be with nobody else. He wants you to have you as a reserve, just in case after he's done body hopping, doesn't matter how anybody he's body hopping with wise, you can always come back to you. You're the main one, the main supply, and that's why. When you in time when you work on yourself, forgive, not forget, and then let him go, do closure for yourself in your mansion because your ex, he owns it. Then when you, what's the word to use? When you, it's not disclosure. It's when you discard him. Narcissists discard empaths all day, every day. But people narcissistic, they dislike getting discarded, especially from one of their suppliers, with the main ones, because then what happens? They have to start all over again, find a victim, a new supply. Treat them good as long as possible until they trauma bond them, and then they destroy them way worse than you. But that one's not going to go, so let's say scenario, you stay there, it took you 2 years, 3 years to finally let them go 1,000, then the next one could be 4 or 5 years. So that gives him time to have the main one. I can shoot her 1,000 times, she's always taking me back, fucking she will. And he knows I can do whatever I want with whomever I want. I can still talk shit to her, etc. Your ugly fan stupid one's going to want you, even though she's not, etc. wise, but she'll believe everything because the downfall when you put your heart, feelings, too much in the situation, into a relationship, you not knowing this, but you self-sabotage yourself because you're going with your heart feelings first instead of your mind and common sense. So people are narcissistic, which typically us men / boys, that's what they do. And then from there, it's deeper than that because it's about their religion, culture, and the environment. What's the surroundings? Like where they grew up, what's the lifestyle? That's me as an individual. Like the single moms, right? They interest me wise. I've investigated. Hey, do you and your ex do is he involved? Are you doing co-parenting? And they'd be like, nah, he's not involved. Like, it's like he ran away. Like, oh, yeah, no, right away. I got up and left. Oh, okay, so based on your mom and dad. Yeah, okay. Unless they scenario, they'd be like, well, yeah, he's here, but, like, he's still causing problems. I go, like, between you guys and the kiddos, what is it, Because, yeah, I tell people, like, if you want to date us single parents, right, you got to ask questions. Don't be like, okay, he's on point, she's on point. They got kids. I could be cool with that, like, right. But that's just the beginning of the situation, Because you got to figure out the baby mom, baby father. Like, why ask about them? Because you got to know who they are. Did you know when you date us single parents? True. Yeah, because when you date single parents, who you dating? Like me, I tell the women, you gotta date me, 8 kids, my baby mom, and her hubby. It's gonna be a happy family. It's an analogy wise. I'm not gonna be with a person that she's narcissistic wise, causes problems, and she's gonna have altercations. Her and I could be cool with each other, but she has issues with my ex, my kids, and her hubby. Why would I have that by my side? That makes no sense at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. And you know what? Mm-hmm. How you pronounce your name? Rito?
Oh, yeah, just say Rito. R-I-T-O, Rito.
Oh, you know what? Like, I'm not that bitter that I wouldn't, like, be unhappy if I was to find out he's in a relationship, like, out loud and stuff. I wouldn't mind my daughter going over there with him and the woman he's living with, if she's a good person.
Exactly, she's good.
But it's like, why are you at this level that you have to lie about you living with a woman? Like, last thing, you have your own place when you stay with a woman. Right. I'm telling you to take your daughter, like, you could have just, like, and then you coming up with excuses, like, as if you have your own place. But when I'm telling you, well, take your daughter, it's this, it's that,
excuses. It's all the excuses. Yeah.
And you don't want to take your daughter over there, or you don't want to have that type of time over there. I don't know. It just throws me off about his behavior. It's so weird to me, and I just feel
you know what that is?
A lot of the problems that happens is he's the cause of it. Like,
right. No. Well, it's because he's narcissistic wise. But with that said, when you're more narcissistic, they don't know how to do what? Tell the truth and do what? Self-accountability. So, because their pride and ego on my forehead, that they feel powerful lying to you. And they have excuses. SOS, stuck on stupid. 1 plus 2 is 3, wrong answer. The right answer is yes, I am the woman. I don't have my own spot, etc. That's telling the truth and do self-accountability. Stop lying. But the thing is, when people are narcissistic, they lie so much, they believe their own lies. And they forget what they lie about. It can get pretty bad. That's what they call them, habitual liars. With that said, as an individual, you got to study everybody and judge everybody. So with that said, like in your situation, like, it sounds like my first baby mom's crazy as hell, right? Issues and shit. So with that said, you just love them at a distance. Try not to get involved with them. Like, yes, remember this. That is your household. That is your kiddos, right? Your kiddos. Yeah. That's his, your daughter with them, right? But that's just your baby father and that's it. He's not your kid. So scenario, once again, there's a scenario, right? Let's say he reaches out in 2 months. Hey, you know what? I have nowhere to go to, etc. Don't take him in. He's not your kid. He can play. He can. Which is as he's doing it, he's really love bombing. He can play, go on social media. My baby mom seek me out. Whatever he's got to do. Some girl, really sympathetic, will fall for it and take him in. I promise you that. So why?
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you want to get involved with it? As it is, you already know how he is. He's functioned because remember. The only reason why his words hurt more than let's say if I called you, scenario, I called you ugly, fat, and stupid, right? I don't know you. I would potentially hurt you because his words traumatize you, but his words hurt the most. Why? Because you had TOC sex intercourse, you exchanged energy. That's why. Only reason why his words hurt more than anybody else's because that's the person you lay down with. And then on top of that, he's your baby father. You got kids involved, like, damn, why do I gotta have kids with you, right? I always say that with that baby mom, baby father, like, fuck, I could have done better. Could have, but the thing is, you didn't, quote unquote, right? Because you weren't ready for it. So that's the shit. That's why as an individual, you just gotta, remember, rejection is protection. Your home should be your peace. It should not be analogy, your hell on earth. If it's bad, if it's toxic, why is it toxic?
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. Like, it's been hell in here, and I just feel like if I was to move,
hi, baby, how you doing?
Feel 100% like better and stuff because, like I said, the mental abuse is coming every other day. Like, it'll be cool. I'll be just calming down and working on. I can't even say healing because baby? It's like every time I try to heal, it's like the demon come right back. And,
well, that's his job.
And stuff. So it's like I can't even heal. Would just be a band-aid for the quick moment and stuff. And right. I just feel like I'm literally ready to just downsize and even like just step out of my comfort zone and basically like downgrade just to get into another environment and get away from this house. I love this. I'm renting this house I stay at.
Right.
It's nice, you know. It's nice, and I have a yard. I got a personal parking spot, but I don't have no peace.
Right, because of him. Only reason why, because of him, right? If it weren't for him, you'd be good. It'd be beautiful. Analogy, your heaven on earth. The downfall is, you know, he's your heaven on earth, and the whole thing we're getting, you know, passing boundaries, you know, sexual wise, and then getting physical wise. Like, I tell people, yo, this is America. This ain't Mexico, man. Call the boys in blue. Have them fight the courts and judges and shit, and they can still come back. Yes, they can have. You can have restraining order, no contact orders. Yes.
I have called police on him several times, and where I stay at, they sure don't staff, and it takes them almost 2 hours. Can you believe they told me to just get some protection as far as a
taser and gun and bullshit?
Yeah,
yeah, but
to, you know, protect myself, because they're short on staff, and this was after he had busted me in my face and threw all my work away, and I just couldn't believe what they said. I'm like, what? So I could have been dead right now.
Exactly.
Y'all an hour and a half since I called. Like, I'm sure when y'all was in academy school, they told y'all it's like a grace period y'all should get in certain situations.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, why did y'all really shouldn't even showed up an hour and a half later. He done gone, flew to a whole nother area, went to Chicago. Like, he ain't even out here no more. He's not in Indiana no more. So you wasting your time.
Exactly.
Oh, well, yeah, you just have to get a firearm because, you know, yeah, that's what the police officer told me. I said, are you serious? Like, really?
I ain't trying to catch a case.
I told my friend yesterday, I'm like, girl, I just think I'm just going to move into some public housing. Right now, I don't have an income coming in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm getting harassed every other day, and it's, like, mentally beating me up.
Oh, yeah, I bet it does.
I don't want to deal with this anymore. And she was like, well, you think he not going to find out where you stay? And I said, he not going to find out because I'm not going to let him know.
Right.
I don't even have a lot of furniture, so me moving out as smoothly and quickly as possible won't be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like he's popping up every day. I told you he take breaks. He'll pop up
right.
and won't pop up for another 2 weeks or 7 days later or a week later.
Right.
And would fuck with me again, mentally abuse
me and
put me down again and disappear again. Like it's turned into like a game to him, and he didn't used to do this before.
Right, but he does it because for him it is a game. Like, cool, let me see if I can trigger her. Let me see if I can pass boundaries, if I can stay there. Whatever you can do to, you know, pass boundaries on your side, even if it's not sexual, etc. Play the sob story, I have nowhere to go to. Cool, you stay here. Cool, she let me in. That's how I tell people analogy. You know, Lucifer's disciples, people narcissistic, that's what they are. They're beasts at what they do. They're here to destroy everything they touch, they destroy. And then when I play the role of victim, tell a sob story, the downfall. And not only when I say this, you women are more empathetic, and you have a lot of empathy, sympathy, because you don't know how to control it correctly wise. So any guy, you know, cry, especially when they talk about kids. Oh yeah, but my mom's crazy, this and that. She doesn't see the kids. They play the fucking role, big tell a sob story. A lot of women will believe them, and they will take them in. That's the shit.
Yeah, that's what I believe the woman did who he's living with.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it's happening, and it's normal. It's just like people narcissistic are fucking robots. They're all robotic.
That he's trying to keep the Windsor. That he's trying to keep the little, you know, the persona on for. He told her, I believe he told her that, and that's like he never act like that. I just want to know, like, how, like, have you heard of narcissists? Like, spoke with a narcissist that said, you know, the mother of their child moved away and stuff, and they couldn't find them anymore and stuff. Like, because I just feel like that's the only way I'm gonna gain my peace back and start back being able to correctly love myself. And I have 2 kids looking up to me. Like, there's no way I should be feeling the way I feel.
Right.
Like, I didn't feel like this before I met him.
Right.
And I just know he's I'm part of the cause, but he's, you know, for me even allowing this behavior for so long.
Right.
But like I just want to know, like, I don't know. I just think me moving and stuff would just
if you can do that, yes. What's up, Soji? How you doing, man?
Ain't the best looking place.
It's okay.
Peace is important.
That's what you do. Like, you adapt to your situation best as, right? So with that said, like, you can move away as long as you don't allow them to come back, you know, to your household. Like, if you want to see your daughters, whatever. I don't know how many kids you have with them. You meet it to, you know, in a public location wise, you know. But don't let him know where you reside, etc. wise. If he wants to really know, he can go to courts. Do the legal way. Then legally, when it's courts, yes, there's matters, etc. wise, because obviously the courts are requesting it, right? But for now, if the opportunity is there, you can. Yeah, definitely move. And but with that said, remember you're physically moving, but that the trauma bond with him is on you. You're the one in time when you're working. So you forgive, not forgetting, you let him go. Do closure for yourself. If you don't do closure for yourself, that he in your mention that door of pain, he always owns it. He can always trigger you with petty words, say ugly, fat, stupid, no one's gonna want you. And when he gets you sad, anxiety, depression, then what? He ruins your day. That's the ish. And that's not the intent, but it happens because we're brainwashed. That's why I say 95% of the use of broken codependent, because we're brainwashed. We need people in life. I'm a single father with 8 kids, right? So what I say, I don't need my kids. I don't need co-parenting. I don't need a partner. I don't need family, friends. None of you behind the screen. I don't need none of you. Selfish? I'm selfish 1,000. I come first and foremost. I want my kids. I want co-parenting. I want a partner. Family, friends, you guys, if you choose to want to be by my side and you're matching my energy, not taking my energy, you're trying to take it, I'm as an individual, I verbalize it. I'm not scared to say, yo, keep out with your ish, man. If you keep passing boundaries, I'm going to squash the situation with you. What? You're being mean. No, you're being mean because what you're doing, you're passing boundaries, man. You have no respect, and go somewhere else, and somebody else that's originally me, I'm a people pleaser. I stay quiet, keep it to myself, right? Not no more. No, I'm not a doormat. I come first and foremost. If you can't show me respect, why are you here? I don't give a shit. $0 or $10. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be Kim Kardashian. If you're being disrespectful, no respect, then KR, kick rocks, go to somebody else. Somebody else, you can play them like a fiddle and play them like them because they're scared to verbalize boundaries. They're scared to say no because saying no is mean. Verbalizing boundaries is mean. Like, no, you're being mean to yourself by allowing them to be mean to you. Like, don't do it to yourself. And that's why people are narcissistic. Fucking, they're beasts at what to do. Like, why do you think that good guy, good girl always end up last? Because we're scared to verbalize boundaries and not to say no because that's being mean. People narcissistic, they see all the good guy and good girls. They're like, yep, easy. I can play them all like a fiddle. Act nice, not be nice, show them no respect to a certain extent to make them feel good, get them on cloud 9, and it's over. Have TLC with them, sex intercourse, exchange energy. I own them. I could do whatever I want, especially when I cheat on them 1 time, 2 times. Yeah, 2 times too fucking many. It should have been over a long time the first time. But she's a good girl. She's a good guy. You go to church, religion, and you forgive. Yeah, you forgive. Not forgetting, you let go. Don't be like, keep forgiving. Like, if I keep cheating on you, it's not a mistake. It's called a habit. It's an addiction. And you allow me to keep doing that. But that is your choice. I tell you, you see that door right there? The door's fucking right there. Why don't you leave? What is holding you back in life from leaving a toxic relationship, a toxic person? I don't give a shit. That's your partner, baby moms, kid, father, whoever it is. What's holding you back? You gotta be honest with yourself. And with that said, I get it. You got trauma bonds. That shit sucks. You feel guilty. Yes, because you guys say, yes, you're not a mean person, but they're being mean to you. And you're allowing it to be mean to you wise. So when you're going to just leave the situation, if you choose to want to, which is your choice, and it's all about choices. Well, every day above ground. That's why in social media, and if you're like 25 and under, fucking it's brainwashed that you don't have choices. This isn't your life. You got to just, like, bullshit. Every day above ground, you do whatever you want to do. Happy, bitter, hateful. Sad, bitter, off your dome, off the world's dome. That's your choice. But with that said, what do you want to do with your life? And as an individual, I ask everybody 2 simple questions for the whole universe. What do you want from life, right? And what do you want from relationships? What do you mean? Short-term, long-term, fuck buddies, benefits, last dying breath? If you can't answer honestly to yourself those 2 simple questions, there's the answer for yourself. You're not ready for shit in life. Just fall back, work on yourself. You have kids, co-parenting best as possible. If not, just keep doing your part as a mother, father, wife, right?
It's impossible. It's like
co-parenting,
impossible.
it's not impossible. It's possible.
I put a restraining order on him right after the incident. And
Yeah.
I said, hey, we could just pick her up. You could pick her up from my aunt's house.
Right.
I told his mother, I said he could pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
I could drop her off to he could communicate with my aunt. Here's her number.
Right.
Text her when he want her. I would drop her off over there. And he would pick her up and drop her back off over to my aunt, and I would be responsible. I'll come get my daughter. It would be like a third party.
Third party, yeah, no, that's safer that way.
It would be a problem because I have 2 baby dads. My oldest daughter, she's a teenager.
Okay.
That's how me and her father operate. We don't really communicate.
That's cool. Hey, as long as it works out.
Through my aunt. He's not a narcissist though, so he don't really
cause drama and bullshit.
He wasn't popping up to my house.
Right.
He broke up. Like, he went about his life.
Right.
He dated and seen who he wanted to see. He didn't come torture me in the midst of it. My feelings was that he just went on it.
Right. He's more empathetic wise.
And I thought this man, him being older than him, because he's almost in his 40s. My first baby father is only 30 years old.
Okay.
This man, my second daughter, her father is 36.
Okay.
So I thought, with the age difference.
Nah, age don't matter, man.
Be a problem. He made me lose lose my job, he blacked my eye, he did all types of stuff.
Right, sorry to hear that, yeah.
He would be fine with this, but no. It was still popping up. It was still pop-ups to my house. It was still all it was just basically screaming, I don't give a fuck about no paperwork.
No, oh yeah, exactly. But here's the kicker, like, this is what I see as an individual, right? So this is not, like, you're studying psychology, right? So this is not in the DSM-5 book. Like, they have a dark empath, right? So I created a category called a lost empath. So with that, the people that lost empaths, lost empathists, this is a person you don't have by your side. You avoid friends and associates. Yes, you can bullshit with them because you go tell them about this and act funny, you push them away, right? But not as partners. Partners, you can crucify yourself. And who's that? The black market, gangbangers, mafiosos, drug dealers, racists, military cats, people from the block. Not every person in the ghetto hood is bad, but a lot of them are bad, especially the boys, because look at their lifestyle. They're not used to love, they're used to toxic love. The females there, for the most part, they want love, but they don't know what love is because they're used to toxic love. What's toxic love? They're verbally, physically abused, grow up in front of everybody and, call bitches and shit. In their head, that's love. Like, nah, that's far from love. That's toxic love, So with that said, to tell everybody, don't have them by your side. You can't fix or save them. I see the good. Yes, you see the good in everybody, but that's your flaw. What? Why is it my flaw? You see the good in yourself first and foremost, and then them, and then from there, match energy. Observe them, watch them. Are they acting nice or are they being nice? Are they offering love or toxic love? If you can't tell that, then they're going to destroy you every which way. And that's the issue. You don't want to get involved with those people because they have no remorse. And they will destroy you. You have kids with them? I pray for you, man. That's what I tell you. My first baby mom, de la calle. In Spanish, de la calle. English, a person from the streets, your mentality, the ghetto hood, etc. Like I tell people, not every person from the ghetto is bad, but you can leave to the suburbs. Like my first baby mom, I told her, that's why I called her in Spanish, de la calle. She said, what the hell is that? I go, you left the hood, but the hood didn't leave you. Well, how come everyone here in the suburbs, like, they look at me? I had my long hair, but no tattoos right then. And they would look at us and they'd be like, yo, like, yeah, I see that you grow, whatever, she's beautiful, Latina, nice action and shit, but like, how are you with her? Like, what do you mean? You guys are opposites, man. Like, I can tell you, I have no problem with you. Her? Oh, yeah, she's the problem child. And that's by looking at her. I heard her speak to you. Oh, no. You guys are total opposite. And every time yo, I pray for you. And my ex would get pissed. The fuck isn't that? I'm not a bad person. Look at the way you're speaking. I just said honest opinion about both of you guys that you shouldn't be together. And you took it to heart. Why is he not getting mad like you're getting mad? I was like, yeah. And I'll be like, what did I say? Well, it's my girl and we have a kid together. Like, and they would tell me, yeah, you have a kid together. Have you heard of co-parenting? That girl's gonna destroy you. Oh, yeah, they weren't lying. 12 years of misery, man. Fuck, I got destroyed. But it's cool because everything happens for a reason in life, right? It's a blessing in disguise, and so on and so on. So that's what I learned from her situation. As an individual, I won't ever be with the female from the ghetto hoods. Only if she's actually working herself. Only if she's doing self-accountability.
Right.
And she's doing what? Communication comprehension. But if she's still traumatized about her baby fathers, the ex, the ghetto hoods, if an enemy hits him up, about the past, like, yo, I'm sorry about the past, it's over. I don't want nothing with you. I don't want altercations, Cool. That's once she's evolving. She's working on herself. But if she has too much pride and ego, wants to pop up and I can't even talk to her, no. And then you go to home, you walk on the eggshells, no. And I tell people, this is how you know when your relationship's over. When you can't talk to your partner because you're scared that you might, not scared, like, they're going to get triggered, right? You can't have a conversation. It can be fucking about milk. It doesn't matter, right? But when they're sleeping and you're talking to your partner, a dead-ass conversation while they're sleeping, because what happens when you sleep? They're fucking exhausted. So they're angels, right? That's what I did with both my exes. That lets you know you're fucking gone. And you're still there. Why? Because in our heads, I pray, plan, hope, manifest that he or she changes for better. I know there's good in them, like, right? And I tell people, the downfall about pray, plan, hope, nothing's wrong with prayer as long as it's a positive prayer. But when you pray, I pray I get this job. I pray my partner changes. I hope this. Nah, that's the wrong words to use because in your head, you're gaslighting and manipulating yourself that isn't going to work out for the best. Give them time. Like, yeah, time is communication. The other part is choice. It's their choice to change the ways or not yours. You're doing better for yourself. Yeah, we have free will. So with that said, that's why I created a category. You mentioned we get Ted on me. Why? It's like, no. If you're from the ghetto hoods, no.
You mentioned that a lot, the free will. And, I'm at the point, I'm not trying to I don't want to pray to manipulate nobody's behavior.
Right.
That's who they want to be. That's who they decide to be. I just want the universe, God. I just want it removed away from me. Just remove that person, and all, like, just move, just don't let that person go, just come around me and my daughter, period. Like, I don't want it every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks I'm gonna pop up. Just stop coming around me. Like, I just ask for God just to remove all the toxicity, just to remove it away from me and this person, because clearly this person don't have no good intentions towards me.
Nah, he's just bitter.
I mean, people that mess up people finance, it's hard out here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy, mess up
the
way they make their money and stuff. Like, I'm just not big on picking with people's livelihood. That's never been me. And I'm 29 years old. I wasn't even like that in my teen years, going up to people's jobs, trying to make them lose their job. It's not something I've been about. I was taught better than that.
Right.
And for him to know that I have 2 kids to provide for, including his daughter is one of them, and I have a household to maintain, and I'm not getting no assistance like Section 8 or public housing. It's like, and I have to care for myself as a woman. I have a teen daughter. We need, soap, tissue, everything. Like, he's not even financially in that bracket to even take care of this household, plus do for himself. Right. So it kind of made me upset. Like,
you have the right to be upset.
You make me lose my job out of all things, though.
Because remember this, they don't care.
As I sat there and thought about it, I'm like, he wants me to depend on him, and he's not even dependable. Right,
and then on top of that, he wants to take everything from you. Remember, people narcissistic, they destroy everything they touch. They don't care. They don't
but
care.
He's not destroying the other women though. Like he's not making them lose their job.
Not yet.
Not yet. Only doing it to me.
For now, but not yet. For those females, right now, they probably think he's a cool guy, etc. But that's just for now. Like, whatever he did to you, to his body hopping around there, the next potential to be, he's gonna destroy more than you. I promise you that. You know how you see like on TikTok, these platforms?
No, these women been around though. That's why I told you I had that dream that he was at one of their houses and I woke up. I know where they stay at. They know where I stay at. It's a sick story. Like, it's so
it's called triangulation.
As a woman, I can't believe I lowered my standards to deal with the certain shit I dealt with, but he's not over there making them. One of them is a registered nurse. He's not going to her client's house making her lose her job. The other one is a beautician. He's not going into her salon and making her lose her job. And
not yet.
They've been supplies for a long time. They've been around for years.
Oh, for years, and he's been body hopping for a minute. So that's the situation there. The backups, okay, the extra supplies, they're just there for the minute, and that's it. So they're not in his head. They're not. It's not serious. With you, it's serious because these girls are just bitches. You're my main one, I love you. And in his head, right? So that's why he gives you grief. He doesn't want you dating. If his side chicks mess around, he probably wouldn't trip too much about it for the most part. Because he's not his, quote unquote, his heart into them. You are. And especially you're the mother, his daughter and stuff. So with that said, that's why he'll keep doing what he's doing because you allow it. As far as, ugly, fat, and stupid. You ain't do shit in life. No one don't want you. All this. That's gas and manipulate which way. And to brainwash you that he is the best you can do in your life in this lifetime. And if you believe it, you will believe it. So there's many of my one-on-ones I talk to, and I tell them, no passing boundaries in my life, but fuck, look, you're beautiful, common sense, but in your head, you're ugly because of him. Not because of your kids, not because of your parents, because of him. And the only reason why his words hurt more than anyone's words is because you exchange energy. What do you mean? Sex intercourse, TLC. It's called exchange energy from a bond soul tie. Twin flames, whatever term you want to use, but they're the ones that hurt you. You deserve better. Why can't you do better for yourself? Why can't you be cool with them best as, right? And because of shit, call the boys and blue if you have to. Push away if you have to. But the true situation is tell people you can do no contact, block them, cool, and do the whole no contact for 5 years. But the scenario the true test as an individual is me face to face. What do you mean? If you haven't seen your ex for 5 years, right, and then you magically see him because you pop up, I don't know, let's say you're going to Florida, they're in Florida, magically wise, right? And then from there, as you see him, and then any negative emotion, you get scared, anxiety, hatred, any negative emotion towards it because that's your guys' history with each other wise. And a lot of people well, I forgive him and let him go. I tell my one-on-ones, yeah, you can say that right now. Remember this. I'm hearing you, communication. In my head, the way you're talking, because you said you let him go, right? And they'd be like, yeah. So why are we talking about him as far as they ruined your day today? They triggered you. But you say you let them go. I go, letting go is forgive, not forget, let go. In your mansion, you're doing closure. You comprehend my red flags, her red flags, why it failed, and how I met her before that. You dissected the whole relationship. Okay, I saw the red flags. I didn't I collected them, but I didn't observe them, and I'm collecting all these red flags and I have green flags. So in the next relationship, I don't do that. And with that said, I have nothing against them. Like my ex, I told Oxymoron, I love you for leaving me. How do you love someone that you destroy that destroys you? Forgive, not forget, let go. You do closure for yourself. Forgive is communication. The relationship is shit, etc. Right? Let go is comprehension. You comprehend why the relationship failed. You have nothing against them at all. You can see your partner, your ex-wife, face to face, even if they verbally, physically whooped your ass, destroyed you, fucking busted you up from years to be, and they still talk shit to you, bitch it out. And you just verbalize. In your head, that matching, that door, I own it. I forgave you and let you go. It's been 1 year, you're still talking shit and mad. I live there rent free, and you allowed me to live there rent free. I have nothing against you. Our relationship was shit. Yes, it was. This is what I did wrong, because now I do self accountability for the situation. So when are you gonna let me go? Because if not, to your last dying breath, you're gonna hate me, and all the relations you're gonna have from now on, you're gonna self sabotage it because of us. If I want to ruin your relationship, every single one of them, to your last dying breath, I get involved and tell your partner, guess what? Especially when kids are involved. When he comes, a scenario, my ex is right. I can be like, when he comes, tell her boyfriend, when he comes, she comes over, we're doing TLC. You don't know that, what? And I'm just bullshitting and lying at my ass. Just what? To cause altercation. So that's what I tell people.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta forgive, not forget, and let go. I don't say you have to, but people say you have to. No. Have is triggering, you should want to. That's your choice. If not, then a lot of people want relationships, right? But the downfall is your ex owns the door in pain and you haven't let them go. You're good. You're gonna self-sabotage relationships. It happens all the time.
Okay, Right.
Because I want it. You want love. You see the romance love stories, the love flicks. You see people on the streets, lovey-dovey and shit. It's beautiful, right? But here's the kicker. Are you ready for it? That's the question. What?
Right.
Are you ready for it? Because you gotta talk to yourself individually in the mirror and then a partner, right? A potential. How are you so traumatized? Is your ex still involved? If your ex called you stupid or texted you wise, are you gonna be feelings about it? Because remember, I can't fix you or save you. You can't fix you or save I.
Right, Right. Yeah, at this moment, I'm not even really too focused on dating nobody.
Yeah, take your time. Yeah, take your time. That's good. I don't recommend it.
I'm not focused on dating. I'm not focused on really get. I have someone that I exchange conversation with, but I don't even see myself being with the person. I don't see myself being sexually active with the person or nothing. It's just to have somebody to talk to and stuff, and they understand that.
Right.
I have a lot of work to do, and I sat there. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning. And
overthinking
about everything, and
overthinking.
I'm just
insomnia. I
my
get it.
mental health is really important, and as I'm getting older, I'm really starting to realize that it's like the bully, he's basically a bully.
He's a bully. No, yeah, that's what he is.
It's just getting out of control. I can't handle it no more.
Right.
I just feel like me moving. And him not knowing where I stay at, because I'm not too. My family is really split. I don't have no big support system, like a big family that that really all about me and concerned and stuff. So it's not like that. It's not like I have no protection really with my relatives or anything.
Right.
He's aware of that. He's aware of I don't have no brothers or nothing. That's why I think he also did a lot of the physical abuse with me, like beating on me and stuff, because he knew, she ain't got nobody, she ain't got no dick.
Protector, right.
A mother got stuff going on personally with habits, and her, her family's slim to none, so she ain't got nobody, and that's another thing that hurted me. I ain't got nobody. I can't call nobody and say, hey, $500 short on my rent, can you help me?
Right.
I don't have that type of family.
Correct.
For you to even make me lose my job, I just felt like I thought he would have had more comments. I just would not expect Rito in so many years of him even doing that to me. Just for me putting boundaries up, putting a fucking restraining order and shit. I just didn't expect it. It's just.
Can I ask you something?
Hurtful. Yeah.
As an individual, your baby father, right? How is he as a person? Is he a good guy? Works? He runs the streets? He's wild? What is he? What's his occupation?
Well, he was raised in foster care. He was at first, when we first met, he was dedicated to selling cars. He wanted to open his own car dealership, but I guess over time things changed, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, he at first, I don't know. If you ask me how he is,
Yeah,
like,
as a person, like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He runs the streets? What is he, like, de la calle?
He's mean to me. He's mean, but at first, and I don't even know if that, I think this is his true self now, but when I first met him, he was nice, giving, you know, warming.
Right.
He was real supportive and stuff, but I did see signs. Like you said, you got to pay attention, you got to study.
Yeah, you got to study.
I was
Be
not
observant.
aware of studying the person. It was signs there. When I sit back and think about stuff, it was
oh, yeah,
signs
they're there.
that I chose to ignore.
Right.
That would have probably saved me a lot of heartache
from the situation right now.
Forward,
Exactly.
You know?
No, very well said. But the cool thing is, like, I tell my one-on-ones, like, in time, you can rewind it because that is your personal experience, wise, right? But I can hold your hand, guide you, because I can tell you how I did with my exes, right? And be okay, like, before you met them, how are you doing as an individual? Like, single, were you happy in life? Were you on depression, anxiety? What was it, you know?
And yeah, I was happy. I was happy. Okay. I just got my first apartment. It was a nice little apartment. I had me a little job. I was getting by. It wasn't a lot of money I was making, but I was focused on a long-term goal, and that was finishing school. Like, I was in school for nursing. I was taking my prereqs at the time. And, like, I was happy. I was in a good space mentally and everything and stuff. And it's like, after a year of us living together, I let him move in my house. I was drained. I dropped out of college.
Yeah. No, it's his relationship.
It was like, you fucking your professor, you fucking somebody else. Like, it would get started. Those type of arguments started.
Right. Deflection and projection, gaslight manipulation.
Like, dude, I'm trying to get my life together. Like, I had one daughter at the time. Like, I want better for me and my daughter. Like, what do you mean I'm at school fucking on somebody? No, I'm at school getting an education. How about that? That's what I'm doing. Like, what, you want to sit in class with me?
Exactly. You know, video blog this and that. See, with that said, like, when your partners are accusing you of that, for the most part, either they're doing it or that's a past trauma from previous relationship wise. If he was to investigate, talk to his exes and shit, and they'll tell you, hey, did you cheat on him by chance? Like, now he always accused me of cheating, and then go deep into all the relationships. More like he's always been cheating, right? And that's what he's doing, because he's doing it. He feels guilty, and then that's the accuser situation. And on top of that's a red flag, you know. So that's why he'd be very cautious situation. You always gotta be observant and remember that this is your life, it's not theirs. And then don't try to gaslight yourself and be like, well, you know, maybe 60 days in, a year in, but, you know, it's getting worse. Like, you know, I'm about to squash this. The intent is not to cheat, because cheating, fuck, that destroys people every which way, right? The intent is to have the uncomfortable conversation. Let's sit down, let's talk about it. You know, you're too jealous, controlling, man. You're like, everything you accuse me wise, I can't function. I'm trying to do school, trying to do work wise, and I can't even work correctly wise. So if you don't change your ways and try to work on yourself a little bit and, you know, stay correctly best as, then I'm letting you know, and whatever your time frame is, in 90 days, 30 days, I'm squashing this. I will get up and leave, you know? And sometimes in life, we gotta make sacrifices, because let's say you move together wise, and the mistake a lot of us do, because we're feeling good, love and emotions and bullshit, we put them on the lease. Like, don't put people on the lease, man. Put yourself in that set, let them stay with you. If shit hits the fan, you get them off the premises, you know? But when they're on the lease, they can't do shit. Cops can't do shit, nothing. They just, they're on the lease, you know? I've been there, done that. So, but what I had to do, my situation, one of my exes was, I think I had 4 or 5 months left to pay on it, and I told her, like, the manager, like, is there a way I can, like, get off the lease? Like, nah, you say ex-girlfriend on the lease. You know, you don't have to pay, but your credit goes down, rental, everything. What? So what I had to do, adapt to the situation. I paid for 4 or 5 months, right? And she was there. She was pregnant, but not myself. I met her pregnant, right? So with that said, you know, she was some other cat doing her thing, and, you know, it didn't bother me at all. Like, fuck, whatever. So I paid the 4 or 5 months, and then when the lease is up, guess what happens? They call me up at the office. Hey, what's up, your lease is up, so you're free as a beast. You can are you gonna resign again? I was like, oh no. Who's gonna pay your rent? I'm like, that's not my problem. So, you know, you can let I'm not involved with her no more. But, you know, you can knock on her door in 5 days from now. As for rent, and then she called me up all bitch and crying. Hey, Mars, you gotta pay for them. I'm like, whoa, why are you mad at me? Like, no, what am I doing with my kid? Where the hell's the dude you're messing with? Why doesn't he just re-sign this in his name, in your name? That's not my situation. You didn't put me and my baby like that. I'm like, no, you're not my problem at all. You have mothers, you have kids. I know who your family is, so you can go to their household. You're not my kid. You're not my problem. And boom, you get out of the situation. So with that said, that's what you adapt. And that's why as an individual, Like she was a beautiful individual, right, cosmetically wise, and that's it. But inside, in her mind, especially when she mentioned she's fucking ugly inside. You know, very narcissistic, like crazy, easily pops off. But now I know why, because in the downtown Seattle South says the ghetto hood. Not all people, women are bad, but there's a lot of them that are bad because they're used to toxic relationships. So that's why, as an individual, by my side, you can be from the ghetto hoods, but not by my side as a partner. Only if you're working on yourself. This conversation is not gonna bother you as an individual. I talk to many females, so if you get insecure and jealous of talking to females, like you're not stopping me from what I'm doing. I'm just telling. I go live and have fun and do my one-on-ones, and that's it. I'm a male telling female story, especially in the Spanish culture. I don't have to fuck that Spanish culture every which way. So with that said, if that's too much for you, I'm just letting you know there's the door. What? You can leave whenever you want to. I can leave whenever I want to. I don't need you. I want you. But with that said, I don't have no insecurities. Like, what do you mean? Before, like, you can talk to my exes. My ex-girlfriends get dressed like show cleavage. They do. I didn't give a shit. All my family in Spanish would give me shit. They would call me mandilon, which in English means like a person that's weak, a simp, beta. You're not a man and shit. They're like, she can cheat. Like, yeah, she can cheat whenever she wants to, but I know she's always going to be with me, wise, right? That was then, right? Now, as I speak now, woke, I tell ladies all the time, because this scenario, if the day I have a girlfriend, right? And it's all about self-love as an individual, right? Her body, her choice, all that great jazz. So let's say my girlfriend wakes up that day, she wants to wear fucking pasties in a thong, go to Walmart to buy fucking soda. I ain't gonna be like, oh, I don't give a shit. I don't. She can walk like that. We're gonna probably get in trouble from Wally World. Hey, your girlfriend's gotta put some clothes on, right? But I'm not gonna be like, damn, girl, you better put some clothes on because God's be looking at you. I don't care. This eye candy, enjoy the view. She can cheat. She can cheat whenever she wants to. I got to tell everybody behind the screen line at my one-on-ones. Not to be rude to you, but I don't need her. I want her. So if she cheats on me, wise, we could talk about the conversation why she cheated, how she felt to lust, and why she has no self-will. But by having that conversation in typical relationships, that means that we're having the conversation about why I cheated. I have a chance. There is no chance. First time and last time, that's it. Look at the way you speak. Look at my tattoos. I'm like, yo, you felt to that, then go after that person. What? You don't need me, nor do you want me, because you wanted them, and you did what you did with them, so go want them. Go need them, We be friends and associates. I haven't done against you, but I'm just letting you know, right? And I tell everybody else, the old me, like 3 years ago, I would have died and cried. That shit would have hurt, fucking devastating type of situation. Because why? In my head, I need her. Why do you need someone that's disrespecting you, wise? That cheat on you, infidelity, wise? Make that shit make sense, That's why I said at the time, I was good scenarios. This is what I do. I do my lives. I'm on these platforms. I spend hours on this phone. I'm here for the girls, the women, the single mothers' wives. If that bothers you, then be with somebody else that's not on social media, that doesn't want to support the universe, because no one deserves to get destroyed. And on top of that, I tell people, if you don't have kids, and then leverage people matter, you blessed. Why? Because kids are a blessing, and it's also a lesson. I go ask all of my baby mom, baby father, the universe. Like, we probably say the same shit during the relationship, even after the relationship. Like, yo, God, like, why do I keep having kids with the wrong individuals? Like, I love my kids. It's not the kids. It's my partners. Why do I keep choosing the wrong people to have kids with? Am I ever going to have a good, healthy relationship? Have a good partner and a good kid with, It might not be for a minute, or ever. But the kids are here, so what do you do now? You adapt the situation and do what? Co-parenting. I tell my kids, all my 8 kids, don't be like your father. Don't have a bunch of kids. Take your time. Enjoy the fucking universe. But with that said, I will teach you how to judge and read people. How to observe. What? I tell everybody observe. All the answers in your face. Just because I wear a suit, a scenario. I'm not even going to say this, but like racial bullshit, blue pill talk. Just because a white guy wears a suit, talks proper and shit, doesn't make him a good person, a good worker, nothing. It's just a fucking suit. But we're brainwashed that, guess what? He's got to have money. He's proper, all the good shit. It's a fucking suit and that's it. That's all it is. How are they as individuals? Judge them, now read them. That's the shit. Judge me. You can judge me all you want.
That's true.
It's about the way you carry yourself and your energy. That's all the answers in your face. I gotta tell everybody, if you were to sit down anywhere in a Starbucks, McDonald's, whatever, sit down and observe everybody, you can see, like me, analogy, square, empath, empathetic person, circle, narcissist, they're all in your face. Look at the way you're speaking, look at the way you treat folks otherwise. Let's say they're being rude, they cut in front of people all the time, at the line and shit. Then obviously that's narcissistic. That's fucking wrong. Like, hey, just because you're yellow, purple, you cut in front of people. Really, why is part of me? Then no, that's a person you don't vibe with. Friends and associates, but not by your side. But if you want to do the bullshit traditional ways, well, I see the good in them. Well, go fall on your face. I tell my one-on-ones all the time. What? Go fall on your face. You got to see the good in yourself first and foremost, then them. Then match cards up, match energy. Am I taking energy or am I, matching energy? That's the shit. If I'm taking it, why are you allowing me to? I don't want to be mean. Fuck it. Don't be mean. Be the doormat. How many years in your lifetime, in this lifetime, have you been a doormat? As an individual, I was a people pleaser for 30 years of my life. In my relationships, especially my baby mom, especially my second one, I self-sabotage quite a bit of it because I put everybody in the mother before my partner, before our kids. That's a no-no. And that's why when I went through my breakup, what did I do? I didn't go body hopping. I could have gone body hopping, etc. But no, I didn't party, kick it, no drugs, no man-made bullshit. I've worked on myself. Lucky I got blessed in my situation because I had a support team. I have right here, 10 light workers. 4 people locally where I'm from, 3 females from IG and Facebook. The three from IG and Facebook, they don't know who I am at all. I'm a random person, computer person, that's it. And they held my hand. I love them to death. A lot of the healing notes is their notes. They would tell me, every day you bug around, man, it's your choice to do whatever you want, but you don't want to hear it. But I'm going to tell you, what's up? It's a blessing in disguise. I dislike that shit. Like, what? It sounds fucked up. So I'm supposed to be crying? No, you're not supposed to be crying, but there's reason behind it. You got to stay strong and don't give up and don't go back to your ex. Because if you quote, you need her, why is she not by your side? She'd be out there with one guy or 1,000. That's her choice. You know that, right? If it's over, it's over. But there's reason why it's over. Just stay strong and don't give up. And fuck that. That's why the healing journey is. You have the healing, awakening, awake, right? The healing journey is very painful. Why? Your ex is not by your side. Why do you worry about nighttime? Because guess what? They're not coming home. That shit's gonna hurt hella bad, right? And then you start watching love flicks, sad songs. You're just fucking, you're destroyed every which way. And if you don't have a support team, people to vent about your feelings, you're gonna go fucking potential rock bottom, found to mammy bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills over one person. You've never drank in your life, done drugs, now all of a sudden, fuck it, then cool, mammy bullshit, numb up. That's how you do. Anyone that's an addict, you are numbing up, running from your problems, and you'd be like that for many years to be, which is your choice. Like, fuck it. Wear the mask, smiles, numb up, be like Forrest Gump, run from your problems. But for how many years you be doing that for? And then point the finger at everybody in the mother but yourself. Don't do self-accountability. No one's perfect. We have our flaws. Common sense, right? But with that said, why don't you work on your flaws? Why don't you see, like, okay, this is my red flags. I'm jealous controlling. Well, if I'm jealous controlling, then guess what? I shouldn't be in relationships. I'm always accusing my new potential to be that I was cheating, but they're not. So why am I here for? And I'll be, I want a relationship. Well, scenario, let's say I'm more narcissistic wise and I'm always cheating, right? But I tell everybody on social media, I'm single, I want a relationship wise, right? And I always cheat all the time. I can't be in a monogamous relationship. I should be open. That's how my one-on-ones they're doing, especially the males. Your bias should say, I want an open, poly, swinger, fucking, benefits, fuck buddies relationship. I can't be in a monogamous relationship, so they can't. I'm always gonna cheat. Why? Why do guys cheat? Typically, boys. They fall to lust. Why? Because
what is the problem with that?
Oh, it's simple. I'll break it down for you. It's really easy. So men cheat typically, aka boys, because our eyes wander. Our eyes are bigger than our mouth, right? So with that said, we want to have a kick and enjoy it too. So with that said, when you fall to lust, the answer is no self-will. That's the answer. I have no self-will. I'll cheat with you and many others behind you. The answer is no self-will. I can't control my lust. I'm too greedy about the situation. So with that said, I can't be in a relationship at all. Why do women cheat? Typically, a woman, for the most part, yes, you do have narcissistic ones. Those are easy to tell. But for the most part, you give me 1,000 chances. Scenario you're together, right? You give me 1,000 chances to change, to do better, etc. Wise, I've tried, I fluctuate, but I always go back to my old ways. So you give me 1,000 chances, you're not gonna give me 1,001. So with that said, when you do 1,001, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you checked out. The intent, you don't cheat, but when you cheat, you're officially done. There's no more fucking chances at all. And that's when we men, quote unquote boys, we fucking die. I can speak on it. Why am I saying what I'm saying? Why do I get my tattoos? How my family and friends where I'm from, like, that girl destroyed you that bad that you fucking you went crazy. I'm like, how elaborate crazy? All these fucking tattoos. I'm like, it's a story, man. Petty ass fucking words, but it's a map to life. That's all it is. You're just bothered, especially in the Spanish culture, because I have it here. It says, alphas, machistas, narcissist. Anyone says I'm an alpha, narcissist. I'm a machista in Spanish, narcissist. That's how they are. I'm gonna have eventually I have machismo, which is narcissism. And it's gonna say beta, mandilon, empath. In our culture in Spanish, mandilon is a guy or girl that's weak, soft. Especially the man, you're a girl basically wise. So I would tell you guys, in Spanish cats, you can call me fucking mandilon, it's a petty word, but if I call you mandilon, you probably kicks in, you getting your feelings about it. I don't care about that word. I don't die words, you do. So with that, so that's your shit, not my shit. in the Spanish culture. I tell all the women on these lives, if you're not Spanish, Hispanic, and Spaniard, you don't know shit about Spanish culture. Men, the women ain't the problem in majority culture. It's the fucking boys. So with that said, in our shitty culture, the men don't fucking fall for the fucking curly hair, Rico Suave, the swag. Fuck that shit. That guy's about to destroy the fuck out of you, man. Every which way. You don't know what's coming at you. I promise you that. It's in your face. You just don't see that because just because you speak. Right. When you speak a tongue other than English, anyone can get fucking excited over that. I'm like, dude, it's just a language, you know? I speak Spanish, right? To a certain extent, wise. So, like, to me, the Spanish females, Latinas, Cuban Dominicans, I love the way they speak. Fuck, exotic is fuck beautiful. The downfall is I know how they carry themselves. I know they can be toxic as well, narcissistic wise, and that I'm not gonna just go because she's beautiful, nice body. That's a dime a dozen. I'm not trying to be in a toxic relationship wise. I want to do communication comprehension. If she's jealous, that's her passion security wise, and that's the shit. Why would I get involved with that? That's why the Spanish girl get in the field, and I say all the time. As an individual, I want to ever be the Spanish girl, a Hispanic, Latina, Spaniard, a Spanish woman, Hispanic, Latina. If she's working on herself, if she can have this conversation, if she can handle my words, my tattoos, especially when I share the Spanish culture, especially when I call out her brother, her father, etc. Yo, baby boy, like that's your wife, right? I'm dating your daughter, but you go to church and love God, but you check on all the young females, but you love God. In any culture, that's how you disrespecting someone's, you know, my girl's parents and shit. But yo, I don't bite my tongue, so she could be like, well, what you did is wrong, so I'm gonna have to break up with you. And it don't hurt my feelings. I mean, yo, you see, that's my point being. You're gonna die right now. You can break up with me and hurt my feelings. I won't ever shed a tear for any female in my life. I don't need you. I want you. So with that said, you're about to shed tears. You're gonna be chasing me, and you're doing this for your family. I'm not doing that. And this scenario, that's a tough female. If I were the empathetic, you know, traditional like Catholic Christian, you know, girl or Spanish woman, it's gonna be the same situation because they'd be like, you know, she go back about before she introduced me to her family, how I carry myself, what I do, right? And when they see me tattoos, I'm the fucking devil. And even that same, these having bad tattoos, I elaborate, break it down. They're still gonna like the fact they have tattoos. That's wrong. It's a no. That's like I'm a hoodlum gangbanger mafioso and shit, right? So they're gonna gas them and her like, hey, it's like this, like, yeah, he's a good dude. I thought he was a gangbanger and stuff, but he's not. But we still don't like his tattoos. On top of that, we don't like the way he carries himself because how he talks, you know, knocks in the culture and shit. So then be like, yo, we're your parents and that's your boyfriend. We've born and raised to the fullest. You know, we got you. But with that said, you either choose us or you choose him. And she come to me, guess what, Rito? My parents told me, and I'll be like, oh, not to be rude and cut you off. They told you, hey, you know, you gotta choose between them and I choose myself. What? I choose myself, and that's why. But as an individual, I do scenarios. The Spanish people I talk to all the time, I'm a DM. They tell them, hey, I break it down. I say all this. I'm just giving. It's gonna happen. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to choose between your parents or I? And with that said, but I'm not gonna put you in that type of situation because I'm too much for you, especially in the Spanish culture. I don't have to fuck with the culture. There you go. So I go, well, yes, you like the way I carry myself, energy, that happy, but there's other guys that like that. That guess what? They won't say what I'm saying. They won't have my tattoos. So be with them. But remember this: that if you accept people's life, you're miserable. And they'd be like, "What do you mean accept?" I love everything about him, her butt, the butt lines. So I could be like scenario. I could be with the girl. She's beautiful to the point, right? Cosmetic, all the good shit. Whatever she does, BBL's own fan. I don't care about that. It's irrelevant to me. But she's jealous, controlling. I know she's jealous, controlling. I knew that day 1, day 30, right? But with that said, I didn't tell her that because I don't hurt her feelings. I don't want to verbalize my boundaries and have an uncomfortable conversation, right? So everyone that says, yo, Rito, you know, let's say you're not together, you know, you and Storm are good, you're blessed and happy couple. But yes, I would tell everybody, yes, she's beautiful, we're blessed. But the only thing about her, she's jealous, but she's controlling. So I tell everybody in the mother but you that you're jealous, controlling. I don't tell you till 2 years later because after 2 years, you know what? I can't do this no more. Like, I'm tired of fucking waking up. I'm tired of being on me about myself and shit. She's trying to stop me from what I'm doing as far as my social media and shit. But I knew that about you day 1, whatever, day 30. But I waited 2 years to finally tell you know what, Storm? We gotta sit down. I tried, bite my tongue, keep it humble, but you're just way too jealous and controlling me, man. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm not passing boundaries. I lust and love you only, and that's it. It's you and I. But in your eyes, you don't see that. I am not your exes. I am not your past trauma. So with that said, if you don't work on yourself, I'm letting you know in 30 days I'm leaving. And you can fucking be cool with it or fucking pop the fuck up and catch a case type of situation because now shit just got real. But the downfall about the whole situation is if I knew that 30 days in, I should have told you 30 days in, not 2 years later. The downfall of the situation when people bite their tongues, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. The longer you're with the individual, the more it's gonna hurt. The breakup hurts hell a lot more. So I'd say analogy, it's better to die 30 days in than 2 years fucking later. That's enough. And then you bring kids in the mix, fuck, you fuck shut up every which way. Now you say it because of kids, religion, culture. My mom did it, auntie did it, my father. Like, fuck all that. No. Co-parenting, yeah, it's gonna suck. Hell yeah, it's gonna suck because it was supposed to be a family. It was, but it didn't. It failed. But you have to comprehend, why did it fail? Like me, when they hear you got 8 kids, they think, fuck, you got 8 baby moms. Like, no, I only got 2. What? I only got 2. First, if I'm with you, you know, I do long-term traditional ways. So my first baby mom, 12 years, 3 daughters. They're about to be, the oldest about to be 21. My daughters next month will be going on 19 and going on 13. The boys, my second baby mom, 7 years. So the boys are 11, 9, 8, 6, and then the baby, he'll be 4 in September wise. So, and that's 7 years. As an individual, it took me as an individual, right? It took me 2 baby moms, 8 kids, 19 years of my life to tell you what I'm telling you 3 years ago. So it took me 3 years of my life to comprehend everything I'm telling you. But the last 3 years of my life, because now I'm 42, the last 3 years of my life, blessed. I don't have no overthinking on my tattoos. When I sleep, I die. I'm always exhausted because I do so many one-on-ones because they call me middle of the night. Hey, I'm going through, did I wake you? Like, yes, you did, but it's okay. And Mana, what's going on? Are you sure? Hey, I sleep, I die. I'm not being rude to you. When we get out of this conversation, you feel good now because we're talking to somebody, but you're going to sit with insomnia. You're not going to go sleep after this. I promise you that because I was with you. I get it. But let's talk about it, you know? So that's why as an individual, I'm blessed. I make it sound so easy because I had a support team. The more people in support team, they're all your therapists, counselors. Every single one of them, especially they show you a lot of respect. They don't pass boundaries and they don't give up on you. Because the downfall is you can have a support team initially wise, but when you talk about your ex, exact same, whatever the story is, whatever's bothering you, word for fucking word, they're like, dude, it's been 1 year, it's been 2 years, I can't do this no more. Because the intent is not to be emotionally draining, but you can be sometimes, right? But remember, I tell everybody, but if a person has more patience, you know, then be like, yo, I was you. I get it, you know? But, you know, it's, and my one-on-ones be like, I'm sorry for telling you the same thing. No, don't tell me sorry, I was you. I got to have my mom on my neck. Your pain is my pain. I died like you died. I had the same shit. Anxiety, depression, insomnia, stuck on my ex, trauma bonds, all that shit. I was you. I get it. So say what you got to say. If every day I say the same thing, I'm here to hear you, man. I'm not going to push you away. The rest of the universe potential might give up on you. I won't give up on you because I was you. It sucks having a support team and then go away. It hurts. Now you're back to square one you. Like, fuck, what do I do? Exactly, what do I do? The intent is not to fall to mammy bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills. If you do that, that's a big fucking, it's another obstacle, another hurdle in life. You know, then being kids, another hurdle. Breakup happens, try to do co-parenting, they get, you know, he gets to believe, and then the mom becomes mom and dad. That's why I give mothers mad respect to fullest, especially single moms. Because a lot of us, you know, going through it, you mother become mom and dad, and me, now I'm dad and mom. I comprehend that shit now. So that's why as an individual, I try to guide that the guys, like, you know, like, stop doing the Afro bullshit, machista bullshit and cultures. Like, help your partner out, man. Like, what do you mean? Help with the dishes a little bit. Take the garbage out a little bit, you know? Fucking help with the laundry. Have you ever fucking hugged and tell your baby you're doing a good job? She might hate you, but I love you a little bit more. I promise you that. Because you're appreciating her, recognizing her. I didn't do that. Because I wasn't taught to do that. In our culture, it's pretty fucking bad. That's not the fuck out of our culture. Every which way. And that's why the boys dislike my ass. And I don't care. I was like, yo, do better. If I type it on the screens behind all my pod and bullshit one-on-ones, if the fucking shoe fits, rock them like a champ. Or take your kicks wise, and then replace them. Try again. Try working yourself a little bit. But remember, that's choice. It's not forced upon. And that's the type of every day above ground. Everything starts with you as an individual. What do you do? Tomorrow when you above ground, what do you want to do with life? Happy, bitter, hateful. Off your dome. Do you want to do good? What do you want to do? Like, well, I don't know. Well, did you know the reason why you don't know? Because in relationships, we destroy ourselves. How so? Because when you overlove people, what do? You give all your love and energy to your partner, right? And you become a people pleaser. So when the breakup happens, especially if you don't take time to heal, let me ask you a simple question. What do you like to eat? I don't know. What are you doing for fun? You don't know shit about yourself. And it's fucking you. It's your life. You don't know anything about yourself. But because you pour all your heart, mind, body, and soul into that individual, all we know is them. We always people please and agree with, what you want to eat. And I say I want teriyaki because I love teriyaki, right? I type it in the universe, yo, I'm the cheapest day in the universe. Buy me teriyaki, I love you, right? So with that said, I can say teriyaki, right? But let's say she wants, Olive Garden. What am I gonna do? Adapt to Olive Garden because I'm a people pleaser. I'm scared to say no. She might be in her feelings. She might become bitter. So whatever she wants to do, I'm gonna do. Even though I don't want to do it, I'll do it for her. Like, no, you got your life, I got my life, but we're partners. I don't own you. You can leave with my family will give me shit. How do you let her go and do her thing? She's not. I don't own her. Well, she can cheat. Anyone can cheat. But the difference is when you work on yourself, awakening woke part of the journey, while the healing journey, you can comprehend that you don't need people, you want people. So if they cheat, they feel to lust. That's their shit, not your shit. The intent to trip, not fall, adapt to the situation. You didn't cheat. You did your part. That's it. And that's why you get sometimes you talk to relation where like no one cheats, right? But both people's pride and ego goes in. They're like, you know what? I'll wait till they'll break it off. So they'll do the divorce. So I say, because I had a bullshit title, I didn't give up on us. They did. Even though you both were just waiting for one to fucking fold. It might have took you 7 years, but you gotta squash this shit 1 year in. But because you're pride and ego on both sides, nobody wanted to say it, no one to do it. So finally, what? Fuck it, I'm doing it. Taking it for the team. Like, you could have saved 6 more years of your life. You guys been broke up a long time ago. Potentially have good relationships or whatever in life. But no, because your pride and ego, you stay there. No, it's like don't. That's why it's not knowing, not purposely, but you self-sabotage relationships and your own life because you're accepting people. You don't want to be mean. You don't want to verbalize boundaries. Like as an individual, I keep it 1,000. Raw and real. I'm not here to sell dreams at all. So it's how the potential to be like keep it 1,000. What? Don't lie to me. Give me everything. If I hurt you, if I pass boundaries, open your mouth. God give your mouth. Use it correctly, not incorrectly. Wise. I am not your head. I don't know what you're thinking. Right? And that's the ish. That's why a lot of people in relationships are fucking toxic as fuck. Then you have religion, culture, and regions, and environments. I get it. There's categories. But as an individual, you gotta, if you're more introverted, more empathetic, godly-like, you gotta learn how to verbalize boundaries, man. Open your mouth. Yeah. If you don't, then everyone's gonna treat you like a doormat. And then the intent, as single baby mom, baby father, is not to be having kids around individuals, right? Not to be, keeping in touch relationships. And on top of that, as parents, single parents, don't bring people around your kids that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
Because your kids are already traumatized because your parents aren't together. Every kid in the universe wants to see the parents together. The downfall is, I tell my kids, you don't know what us parents are going through. We've been winging life, adapting best as, and it's been toxic. We try to do it for the family, for the kids, religion, culture, all that corny bullshit, it failed. So the intent, quote unquote, yes, you said done, is to do co-parenting. So you don't traumatize the kids more than they already are. So it's like you as your situation, yeah, you're not the issue. I know your baby father is, right? So with that said, your baby father traumatized the kids with you guys as a couple. Now after the situation, he's feeling fucking to trigger people. He loses a disciple, narcissistic as fuck wise, and he's saying to traumatize your daughters anymore, both of them. And if you have more kids, and that's because of him. Yeah, well, you see, that's my point being. So that's why, this is America, not Mexico. Fucking, your situation, the boys and blue ain't the best, right? Because they get there for late wise. But if you have to move, you adapt to the situation, run away from the situation best as. And that's why you do, rejection is protection every which way. That's the shit. And then from there, wise, when you're working yourself, like I said, you're not ready for a relationship, take your time. Nothing's wrong with fucking time. Enjoy it to the fullest, right? Date yourself. Nothing is wrong with being single. What beats us up is what? Loneliness. I don't have a body by your side. That's a lot of people typically go body hopping because they're scared to be alone. And it's narcissistic wise, right? So with that said, nothing is wrong with being alone because when you're alone, no one's cheating on you, no verbal physical abuse. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Go on a date yourself, go out to eat, do what you want to do. It feels kind of awkward initially wise because you're eating by yourself, going to flicks by yourself, chilling by the park by yourself. But once you get to learn a little bit more about you get to love yourself more, you feel better about yourself, And then from there, wise, in time, I tell everybody, be observant of your surroundings, your environment at all times, 24, 365 wise. And then judge me, read me, like body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, my energy, especially my eyes. Where are my eyes at? If they're wandering in front of you, I want to get to know you, then guess what? That means I have no self-love. I'm always going to fall to lust. So why do you want to take a risk with a person that wants to get to know you, but their eyes are wandering already? They're already passing with lust. Because it's beautiful, BBLs, OnlyFans, fucking 1,000 supercars. Go for it. Go fall on your face and pray for it, and that's it. That's why in time I'm going to get, I'm going to have a little angel whispering, a little devil whispering. It's going to say God, Lucifer, consciousness, subconscious, right, wrong, yin, yang, positive, negative, right? And then right here it's going to say emoji of the universe, the letter I for myself, the emojis for popcorn, a couch and a TV, and then it to say free entertainment. Why? Because God, Lucifer, the universe, I eat a popcorn, free entertainment. We're about to go watch you fall on your face. I already told you about to happen to you, and it's not about being right. It's just from the outside looking in. I'm just forewarning you. I don't know what I could see to that person. Oh yeah, lose a disciple, then I'm mop the fuck out of you. And when he did, oh, you were right. It wasn't about being right. I was you. I was forewarned. But when you can't control your hard feelings, you will put all your hard feelings in the individual. And then they know what they do with you. They were there to destroy you, and that's it. So the intent, the next time, you don't allow it to happen. You observe the red flags, not collect the red flags. That's our flaw as individuals. We're collecting, not observing. Until after the fact, like, fuck, how let this happen? I tell people, if you were to sit down and talk to yourself about all, I don't know how many exes you have, right? But let's say you had all 10 of them, right? Scenario. Every single one of them have the exact same red flags, right? But each body getting you one, they give you new red flags. Let's say they're all jealous, controlling, but this one worries about the phone. This one, you can't talk to your parents. Everyone gives you new red flags. You're just collecting them. So the intent with the 11th person, you observe it. Oh no, jealous, controlling? Nope, you're off the roster. What? Off the roster, man. If I'm going to do that shit, I'll go back to all my 10 exes. They do the same shit you're about to do to me. It's just a new body. No, thank you. You know, rejection is protection. So, and that's the shit.
I appreciate you for talking to me. I'm going to come in your live later on.
No, yeah, thanks. No, hey, this is what I do every day above ground. Like, I do money ones on many platforms. That's like my...
Yeah, when I recharge, I'm going to spend some money on you.
Oh, you don't have to, Mom, but thank you. Like,
I appreciate
oh, yeah, no, hey, I'm just here for, like, you and the universe.
Out the energy and stuff.
Thank you.
It takes a lot to just listen to someone.
Yeah, patience. I love the stories. I love the stories because I tell you, it's not about it's about you. I want you to get your life back. I'm blessed. I want you to be blessed. So then you be like, oh, shit, that's how it feels? Self-love. That person in the mirror, I love them. Yes, the war ends. No, you don't hate that person in the mirror anymore. That's beautiful. And you will get that in time when you just keep focusing on yourself, not your ex. Our ex is you. Because your life, not theirs, you know?
Yep, that's what I keep telling myself. This is my life, and I have control over it.
Yeah, and just remember, day by day baby steps. That's a motto for everybody. That's all, day by day. Because tomorrow you might not wake above ground, but today, as long as you had a good day, you had a good day. You know, you're good.
Yep, that's true. Well, I'll be back later on tonight.
All right, Mano, for sure.
All right.
Have a blessed day. Take care. Oh, yeah. Ciao. Well, guys, perfect timing because my phone's about to die. So with that said, y'all, I'll jump on later on tonight, Wes. So that's cool. I tell you, if you ever want to jump in live, don't be shy, Wes. If I know it takes a lot of strength and courage to do that. And if not, I tell you, I'm always on your phone. DM me away, comment away, Wes. I'm here for you guys. So you don't feel alone because feeling alone sucks. If you don't have a support team, it's a lot harder because your head's your best friend and your worst enemy. If you can't work on yourself, yeah, it's going to be a long process. But the cool thing with support team, everyone's your counselor therapist who will hold you and guide you. I tell you, I make it sound hella easy. I bullshit, have fun with it. But when I laugh at like certain things, like certain situations, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my old self. Because the cool thing before my phone dies, analogy, like when a snake sheds its skin, right? Each new version of you guys become stronger, wiser, and have more wisdom than all the old versions of you guys. So you got like 20,000 layers. I don't know how many journeys you have, but yeah, the phone's about to die. That's what analogy I love to use because that's exactly what happens. I finally did the last shedding skin wise, and now I'm woke. I love the universe. I have nothing against nobody. It's a lot of respect, you know. So, but that's it. I got it off because the phone's about to die. Remember, have a good day. Stay blessed. Day by day, baby steps. I'm always in your pocket. Ciao. Later, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Ciao.